Hi, everybody. Happy Talkie Tuesday. My name is Dori Patrick. I'm a mixed media artist and maker, and I try to say hey on the YouTube channel once a week and kind of share little bits of my creative life. And I'm so happy you are here with me again. We are straight up going right to the work table this week. This week's episode is going to be a junk journal with me episode. But first, I wanted to share with you what I have been making with my line of Art Foamies. As many of you know already, I collaborated with KP of Art Foamies and created a line around the theme of big girl panties. And I have been having so much fun, you guys. This is one of the projects I came up with. I made these little bunting, I guess you'd call them bunting, or little string of banners, and they are made from fabric and felt. And let me just gather them up so you can see them a little more closely. So you saw in another episode, I kind of shared that I think I was in process of stamping these and painting them. So this is unprimed canvas, like a duck canvas that I painted with background colors, like this one was aqua. I stamped the panties on in different colored heavy body or medium body acrylics. And then I spent quite a bit of time coloring each one in with my fluid acrylics. I had so much fun. They took a long time, but they turned out so cute. So what I did to create the bunting was I kind of layered them a little like my flower brooches that I make. So underneath the original painting is a quilting cotton layer, then another painted canvas or painted denim, and then I backed them with felt. Now, I was out of the double-sided interfacing. That's interfacing that's sticky on both sides that you can just stick pieces together and use an iron. I had tons and tons of this interfacing, but it only had one sticky side. So that wasn't really helping me very much. So what I did, and I've done this in the past when I've created banners like this, is I used some tacky glue to hold my layers together so that I could stitch them and they would really just become one piece. So here's the tacky glue that I used. I had Aleene's, this is the clear gel tacky glue. I had some of that, and then I tracked down, this one's my all-time favorite, and I keep it upside down in this little cup so it's always ready to go, but it's the Fast Grab tacky glue. They both dry clear, so it doesn't matter too much if you're using the clear gel or this. I haven't found any problem. This one's a little thicker and it does grab faster. This one takes a little more time to set up. But anyway, so I put little dots of glue in between my layers and I let those dry, and then I stitched around the edges of all of them. And then with the felt, you can see I folded over, stitched that. That gave me a little loop to put my twine through the top. Super easy, super fun. And then I couldn't resist, taking some little scraps of tulle and fabric to just do a little, it's just a knot. It's nothing special. But I feel like it adds that extra little cuteness to it. I'm so happy with them. And here's another one. I think I forget how many I got done. These are going to go to the Prairie Woods Holiday Bazaar with me, so they'll be available for sale at the Holiday Bazaar. But I just I'm so, so tickled with how they turned out. So there's one idea for you, a way to use these art foamies. They're still available. You can, this is a pop-up shop. So this line of stamps will not be available forever. It's only through the end of November, I believe. But I'll share a link in the show notes to the Art Foamies website so you can go find some for yourself. I think next up, I would like to make some cards. Um, but we'll see. I've got so many things I have to get done right now. I know you know. Well, I thought you would love seeing that. So thank you for indulging me. And I'd love to see what you're making. Thank you so much, you guys, for purchasing my line of art foamies. I appreciate it so much, and I'd love to see what you're creating with these little cuties. But anyway, we're going to switch over to some junk journaling footage. This is, I just sit down and I have some stuff kind of piling up that I wanted to get into my junk journal. So I thought, well, why don't we junk journal together? That'd be kind of fun. So let's get started on that. Okay, hello, this is VoiceOver Dory. I've got my two junk journals out. I think you have seen these before. I've worked in these before on the channel. And I am getting kind of near the end of both of them. Um, I don't work in my junk journals chronologically. I just sort of I go in order in the book, but I don't do it by date or in any kind of order, really. And here's some of my supplies. I've got a couple of bins of my ephemera that I like to use in the junk journals. I have these two specific wrappers from Dove chocolates that I thought I would use. That's a really good one. I love Dove chocolate, you guys. I really love the dark chocolate with mint swirl. Have you tried those? I'm kind of addicted to them. Um, anyway, there's some of my stickers and my washi tape. I also like to pull out a stapler, some scotch tape, and of course glue sticks. And I like to have a pair of scissors handy just in case, and a ruler. I don't think I even reached for the ruler in this session. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But I like to have a ruler handy for tearing up paper. So now we're speeding this up a little bit, and I am getting into that regular, I guess it's, I don't know, 8-ish by 5-ish inch junk journal. This is a bag checking tag that I have from my last trip. I did not mean to check a bag. I just was one of the last on board and had to check it. And I love saving those stickers. I don't know why. They're just fun. So that Muy Macho is a new coffee blend that we are trying here at home that is delicious. And I love that little wrestler dude on the cover of the bag. But I've got my glue stick out, and this is caution tape. That is from an event I did at our local art museum a few weeks ago called Caution Artists at Work. My friend Erin organized it, and she decorated with orange safety cones and caution tape, and it was so darn cute. And I actually took a little bit of that caution tape so I could put it in my junk journal. You see me putting some scotch tape there. That's one of my tricks when I am getting near the end of a book. There's kind of that hump in the middle. As you fill the book and it gets chonky, the tape kind of helps hold things in place a little better around that middle seam. So This is one of the postcards that comes in the Uppercase magazine. You know how magazines tuck little things encouraging you to renew and whatnot. I saved it, and that adds a little bit of thickness to that little skinny page on the right-hand side. The word create was from a magazine that I had cut out. Okay, so I got to tell you about this bat. I am so excited to put this bat in this book. A few weeks ago, so every week I help with the Eastern Iowa Arts Academy hosts folks from the ARC. These are adults with varying abilities, and we made these little bat puppets. And this sweet, sweet girl, Jenna, who I adore, we have so much fun when she comes. She loves to laugh. She loves to have fun. She gave me that bat. She colored it and gave it to me. And so I gave her one of my bats that I had colored. So she has one of mine and I have hers. And I'm so tickled to have it in my journal now. So I will always remember it. Then you saw that I put a little of my sunshine washi tape. That's my own design. I see that the lighting is kind of weird in this video, so I apologize for that. Again, gosh, we're like having clouds coming over and then sunshine, and I had my ring light on, but it really was kind of funky today, so sorry about that. That little T-Rex is from a toy catalog. I think it was like the Amazon catalog that came in the mail. And there's my little Dove Promise, my little wrapper from the chocolate that I enjoy so much. Too much. And then let's see what happens next. It's always fun for me to watch these, to go back and see how my thought process goes through this little segment. Oh, and that little hand, I think that is from a Gudrun catalog. You know that Swedish designer? I think that's what that's from. And I love the image of a hand, so I saved it. On the right-hand side, you see that is a old Gudrun catalog. I like to save those, and I use those for my gluing. So I'll do my glue stick work over there on that old catalog, just so that my tabletop doesn't get all sticky and funky. And then this sticker, you guys, it gave me fits. Thank goodness this is sped up because I really don't know. Oh my gosh, it took me forever to get it going. There, I finally got her. She's so cute. I love a sugar skull. And sorry she's glaring a little bit in the light. She's kind of a shiny sticker. Then, of course, a little more washi tape. Oh, we love our washi tape, don't we? This little quote, what if it all goes right? I love that so much. I don't remember where that came from, but it felt good right there. And then that little heart is cut out from an old paint palette that I had. And I used tacky glue to stick that down because it's kind of thick. It needed a little extra glue. Then that little hand, another hand. I don't remember where that came from either, but it felt like it was a good compliment to that little Dove Promise. And there's the little popsicle sticker. I love stickers. Here's another. Oh, yeah. And those are Scratch and Sniff. Do you guys remember those from the 80s? Oh, my gosh. So fun. I love that all of our childhood thrills are being brought back to life. It's so fun. That's a little vintage piece. It's a little angel, a little cherub. You probably can't see it very well, but I thought it would be cute to have him looking up at the little cherub. Okay, so now we are in the tall, skinny junk journal, and I've got this. Um, that's a vintage piece of ephemera. It's some kind of like, I don't know, something like you win a prize. It kind of reminds me of the stuff that they used to have like at grocery stores when you would save up points to get free stuff. Anyway, I thought it was a good place to start. And I love this little image of the little chairs. I think that came from a magazine. But I shift gears and I glue down this bigger piece from a magazine. It's like a little vignette of flowers and treats on a tabletop. And of course, we love our Frida, don't we? I have some downloads. I think I got them off of Etsy. I've had them a while, so I'm not sure, but I love my Frida images. That is some polka dot washi tape because I felt like I just wanted to fill that in a little more. So we're going to glue our Frida down. And again, I'm getting to the end of this book, so there is quite a, for lack of a better word, a hump in the middle. So, I'm very aware of that hump in the middle and kind of trying to avoid putting things in there that might get messed up or folded up in an awkward way. So I'm going through my magazine clippings in that bin, and I find this guy, and I have had this image forever, and it's actually kind of exciting that I finally found a home for him. I love those images of like the vintage strongmen. I don't know what it is about. I love them. Maybe my husband and I lift weights, and whenever I see these strong men lifting weights, it kind of makes me smile. So I put down some orange flowered washi tape to fill in that blank spot, and then we glue him down. And another little trick that I love to do to strengthen my pages, if the paper is really thin, is I'll wrap it around. So I'll just take that glue and fold it over, and it just gives that page a little more strength. And this is another little magazine clipping. It's an image of a little pillow shaped like a house that I love. I love house imagery. I know a lot of you do too. I just thought he was really cute there. And that was on the back of that piece that I just cut out. And it had this little critter, this little, I don't know what it was, like a little monster. And he just happened to fall on the table, and so I kept him, and I decided he should just be in there. You know, sometimes you just got to go with it, right? Just got to go with what falls on the table. There's my other Dove promise. And I eat at least 2 of those a day, sometimes more if it's a stressful day. But anyway, that funny little dog sticker, that's from my husband. We love dogs, no surprise. I know you know. And he got this little pack of stickers for me of these dogs with their crazy eyes and their crazy look on their face. They're just funny. So, oh yeah, and up in the corner, you saw me put that disco ball sticker on. I have a whole bunch of those, and I love them. And it looks like I'm thinking and playing around with stuff. And oh yeah, back to the sparkle hearts. I have a whole roll of these stickers, and I literally stick them everywhere. And there's some more washi tape. This is a new washi tape. I don't think I've even used this yet. It's blue with stars on it, and I love it. Love it, love it. And there's a little monster. I felt like he needed to be up in that corner. Oh, and this is a another one of those postcards from Uppercase Magazine, and the back had this cool pattern that had these leaves, and I just thought, well, I'm going to cut them out and put them with my Gerber Daisy tacky glue because it was a really thick cardboard and I really needed to stick it down. And a strawberry sticker for good measure. Hi again, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this junk journaling session. I'm just gonna open these books back up and give you a quick peek, maybe a closer peek at what I did. Even though I've talked you kind of through it, I think some of these things have a little bit of a glare. But there's the first book that I got done. I love junk journaling. It's such a fun way to get my hands moving. It's such a fun way to document memories. I just have so much fun. And there's no overthinking. You just stick things down until you feel like you're done. There's the first one. And then here's that tall, skinny one. I'm getting to the end of this one, so may not be much further, but here's the spread we did together. There's a lot of sparkle on that one too, so I'm trying not to blind you with the glare, but isn't that fun? It just goes to prove that everything can go together. And just, I'll look back on this and I remember specific little things that are triggered by these little bits, and it just makes you smile. Well, anyway, thanks. Good to see you again. And I'll see you again next week for another Talkie Tuesday. Bye, everybody.